This is the Bobcat News, where every Bobcat matters every day.
Welcome, Bobcats, to the Bobcat News. My name is Maddie, and I will be your anchor for the next 4 weeks. To get started, I will introduce my partner, Curly Fries, also known as Maddox.
Hello, Maddie. Hi, Bobcats. Like Maddie said, I'm Maddox, and I'm going to start with a riddle. You're a bus driver on a fall leaf tour. At the first stop, 4 people get on. At the second stop, 8 people get on. At the third stop, 2 people get off. And at the fourth stop, everyone gets off. The question is, what color are the bus driver's eyes?
Now it's time for me to turn over to Gracie to introduce Students of the Month, Artists of the Month, and Athletes of the Month.
Thank you, Maddox and Maddie. Each month, our classroom teachers choose a Student of the Month based on a list of exemplary traits that characterize outstanding Bobcats. The list includes a positive attitude, self-control, integrity, enthusiasm for learning, accountability, compassion for others, respect, good citizenship, being kind, encouraging others, honesty, grit, and perseverance. Our 4th grade Students of the Month are Scarlett Dorking, Evie Wilson, Noah Martell, Isabel McMahill, Nora Robinson, and our 5th grade Students of the Month are Ian Garza, Delilah Ullman, Riley Hawes, Nomi Parr, Sabine Van Dyke. Good job, Students of the Month. Our Artists of the Month are Gavin Strike for 4th grade and Kyla Thunder for 5th grade. Good job, Artists of the Month. And our Athletes of the Month are Sterling Locke for 4th grade and Maddie McClure for 5th grade. Good job, Athletes of the Month.
Do you ride your bike or walk to school? It is really important to follow our safety procedures when crossing the streets, so now we're going to send it to Kindu to talk with Miss Woodruff about crosswalks.
Hi, I'm Kindu, and I'm here with Miss Woodruff to talk about the safety at the crosswalks. What is the correct way to be safe and responsible at crosswalks?
Well, first of all, you need to make sure that you make eye contact with me, and don't step off the curb until I am halfway into the crosswalk, and then I will tell you to come. That way nobody will start driving.
Okay, that's great. What about if I get dropped off on the other side of the street? Do I come to you or on my own?
You definitely come to me, to my crosswalk. So it makes sense for your parents to drop you off kind of up here by my crosswalk rather than way over by the playground, because you'll have to walk all the way over here so that I can cross you.
Cool. And is it safe to cross on my own?
It is not safe for you to cross on your own. And that's why we have crosswalks and crossing guards to keep you safe.
Is there anything you would like to add?
Yes, I would. As a matter of fact, there's a couple things. If you're crossing with a bike or like a scooter or skateboard, make sure you get off them and walk your bike across, okay? The second thing would be when you walk or ride your bike and I've crossed you, make sure you don't cross over to the other driveways. We want you to go all the way around the sidewalk and right into the playground rather than crossing those busy driveways. All right?
Nice. Thank you for talking to me, Miss Woodruff.
You're welcome.
Let's see what Bridger and Miss Hakela have to tell us about how you and your parents can be safe and responsible in our drop-off and pick-up areas before and after school.
Hello, Miss Hakela. Today I'm going to be interviewing you on how drop-off works. My first question is, what are the rules of drop-off?
That's a question, and it's a question that's really about keeping kids safe and making sure families are familiar with all of our routines so that kids stay safe. And so the rules of drop-off are really that you use the designated drop-off areas. So for all of the kids coming in on our buses, that's pretty simple because we have a bus lane that allows kids to get off the bus and straight to the sidewalk and the playground. But for kids who are walking or being dropped off, there are a few things we need to keep in mind. We want to make sure that parents are dropping off in a way that allows kids to get directly to the sidewalk and that the kids follow the sidewalk to our playground or to our front doors. However, there are times when parents might drop off across the street. And if that's the case, kids always need to walk to a sidewalk so that there is a crossing guard that can help them across the street. We also have designated spots where parents can drop off. So if they drop off all along Smith Street, but they can also come into the parking lot. If they come into the parking lot, and Bobcats, listen up, be really mindful of this. If you're getting dropped off in the parking lot, there are other cars driving through that parking lot. So you have to be aware of your surroundings and make sure that you get to a sidewalk as quickly as possible.
My second question is, how can drivers make it safer for kids to walk to school?
That's a great question too. You guys are hitting with the hard-hitting questions today. So I think drivers need to be particularly aware of our school zones, making sure that they know how kids are, like where they're getting dropped off and how they're getting to school. But really using slow speeds and being hyper aware of their surroundings.
How can bikers be safe while they're biking to school?
Great question as well. So following all of those traffic rules that we have for cars and bikes, making sure that they're aware of all of the traffic patterns, where to stop, where the stop signs are, where the stoplights are. And if you're at a stoplight, making sure that you press the button and wait for that walk signal to walk your bike across the street.
What is an appropriate place for parents to park to drop their kids off?
Okay. Along the sidewalks or in the parking lot.
What other things do you want to say about parent drop-off?
I just want to remind everyone that we care about each and every kid here at Baldwin Creek, and so we want every kid doing their best to keep themselves safe and all of the other students safe as well. And one more thing that's on my mind about everyone staying safe is that during arrival and dismissal, it's really important for kids to stay on the sidewalk and not dart out into the street to cross the street. That can be really dangerous for cars because they might not be able to see you in time to stop. So stay on the sidewalks and use those crosswalks. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Hikla.
Thank you, Bridger. Nice work, boys.
Let's pass it over to Lexi to talk about the sports that are going on.
Hello, I'm Lexi, your first sports reporter this year. I look forward to sharing the latest sports with you. The Lander Strikers don't play this weekend. Rec soccer is coming to an end, sadly. The Junior Football League is still going strong with the season. The Lander swim team is practicing their hardest for upcoming swim meets. Gymnastics is starting off strong this year. Dance is practicing hard for recitals. 5th through 6th girls basketball registration is open. If you have any sports that I haven't mentioned, come talk to me. And here's a joke. What's a girl's favorite position in soccer? The goalkeeper. That's all for sports this week. See you next week, Bobcats.
I'm going to give the microphone over to Hazel to talk to Miss Moffat about how to be responsible on the playground.
Hello, I am here with Miss Moffat to talk about playground equipment.
Hi, Hazel. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
What is some main things that we need to remember about playground equipment?
So we need to remember that safety is the most important thing on the playground. We want to treat our equipment responsibly, like our balls and our jump ropes. Some of that stuff has been donated by local businesses, and some of it the school buys with their money. And if the balls get left out and they get stolen or lost, then there's a chance that it's not going to get replaced because we might just not have the money to buy it. And with the other equipment, we want it to last for a long time. So we need to really be responsible and safe and not treat the equipment how it's not supposed to be treated.
Thank you. Also, what are some reminders about some other things that we need reminders about?
Well, we need to remember that we need to be safe on the equipment. So on the slide, we don't want to be walking up the slide or walking down the slide. Remember, we're going on our feet first. We're not going on our tummies. We're going on our bottoms, and we're just really treating it in a safe way. And with the swings, again, we're on our bottoms. We're swinging back and forth. We're not kicking the wood chips. We're just having safe fun.
Thank you, Miss Moffett.
You're welcome, Hazel.
Bye.
Bye, Bobcats.
Now it's time to check out our weather for the next week. Let's go to Sabine for that report.
Hi Bobcats, I'm Sabine and I'm looking forward to being your weather reporter. Looks like we're going to have a hot start to October. The weather on Monday is mostly sunny with a low of 48 and a high of 78. On Tuesday it'll be partly cloudy, there will be a low of 49, and the same as Monday there will be a high of 79. On Wednesday there will be a high of 79 and a low of 49. It'll be partly cloudy with the rain percentage will be 4%. Thursday's weather will be partly cloudy with a high of 78 and a low of 49. Friday is 76 degrees for the high and 48 degrees will be our low. It'll be partly cloudy. There is not much wind forecasts for next week, so that will be nice. I have a weather joke for you. What bow can't be tied? A rainbow.
It is important to be responsible and respectful in the hallways. We are going to have Hallie Wendell to talk with Miss Friday about her hallway procedures.
Hi Bobcats, I'm Hallie Wendell and this is Miss Friday. We will be talking about how to be responsible and safe in the hallways at all times. What should kids look like when they're coming into the building?
Hallie Wendell, that is an excellent question because we need to be sure that we're respecting everyone that's learning in our building. So we need to come into the building at a 0 voice, not a 3 voice, but a 0 voice, and we need to walk down the hallways, not run.
I like that a lot. When they come into the building, whether it's like the morning, lunchtime, or afternoon, you kind of just said this, sorry, the voice level should be 0, right?
Yes, it should be 0. And remember, we have our quiet areas outside the doorways before we enter the building. Those need to be 0 as well. So number 1, you could hear information from a teacher, and we're ready to come into the building.
Can you tell us some of your hallway expectations and what you like to see in kids when they're coming in?
Absolutely. Okay, so I like to see kids walking down the hallway on the right-hand side of the hallway, and then that way you know that you're on the side where you should be, so another group can come up the hallway the other direction. I like to see students walking, not running in the hallways. I like to see have students with a quiet voice so that we're not interrupting others' learning when we're here. And I like students to be responsible and respectful of others, as well as anybody, other staff members that are teaching in the building.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
I just know that our Bobcats can step it up and we can have better quietness, if that's a word, in the hallways. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye, Bobcats.
Here are some reminders for next week. Have you noticed that the trees are changing colors along with those colors? Come cooler mornings, remember to wear a jacket on these chilly days.
The lost and found is overflowing. Please check the bin by the office for any of your belongings.
Food is not allowed on the playground. This applies to before and after school and during recess. We want to do our best to keep the playground clean.
Keep reading to reach your AR goals and keep walking or running to earn your blazing Bobcat miles.
If you're still wondering what the answer to the riddle is, the color of the bus driver's eyes are the same as yours because you're the bus driver.
Bye, Bobcats. See you next week.
Well, everything is in its place, and I can't stop the smile on my face, 'cause I'm happy in this place. And all of my friends are in this place, and I can't stop the smile on my face, 'cause I'm happy